This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Between two-factor authentication, strong passwords, and a VPN, you try to be in control of how your info is protected. But many other places also have it, and they might not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast for 40% off. Terms apply.
Grit is in you. It's in your passion, your perseverance. It's in every challenge you face and overcome. Grit is in you. It's never in rockin' protein. Never settle.
Quality control jobs are where coaching careers are often made. They're not glamorous, but they're foundational. The attention to detail, the willingness to grind, and the hunger to learn all matter. Today on The Next Move, presented by Coach Portal, we're talking about how to maximize your time as a QC and position yourself for the next step in your coaching journey. If you haven't already, sign up for your free 6-month trial at Coach Portal. Upload your resume, showcase your skill set, and stay on the radar of hiring staffs. Go to coach-portal.com and enter the code CCPodcast to make your next move. Joining us today to discuss this topic is Matt Clark. He's at Stetson University. Just got there after serving a stint at Coastal Carolina. Matt, great to have you here on the podcast.
Yeah, it's great to be here. I appreciate you guys having me.
So, Matt, coaches can get into this profession in a number of different ways. And a lot of time when you're a young coach, in order to be able to move up the ladder, and especially if you want to get in at the D1 levels, it is serving in a role like as a quality control coach. So for you, what are the things you think about building your career and where you're at right now and how you're able to leverage what you're doing for future opportunities?
Yeah, it's all about first who you know and maximizing the connections that you've made along the way. So for me, I played at the Division I level. I was at Eastern Kentucky and Western Illinois. I had the opportunity when I got done playing, one of the coaches that I knew, Brandon Blackman, who I believe you guys had on here, he's the defensive coordinator at Delaware State. Now, he had an opportunity when he was the wide receivers coach at New Mexico. They needed a GA. I reached out to him and he was fired up about that opportunity. So just first off, maximizing all of your connections, reaching out, leave no stone unturned. And then once you get into it, understanding that now you're kind of at the bottom and you have to absolutely grind and put in those sweat equity hours and learn the game because you think you know a lot. And then you get there and you realize I actually don't know anything compared to these guys. And so just being a true student of the game, being a true student of the profession, that's what's going to help start to elevate you and boost you up quickly.
What are some of those things you do from a practical standpoint that make you a student of the game?
Yeah, so for me, so when I came in, I was working with running backs initially, and I played wide receiver, so I didn't know anything really about the running back position. And so it was spending extra time with the position coach that I was working for to learn about the techniques, learn about the protection aspect of things, because when you're a guy that played outside of the box, learning inside the box football, it just feels like you're learning a whole nother language. And then I got moved over with the tight ends and our offensive coordinator, Derek Wareheim, at the time. And so learning from him, he's a great football mind. He's the offensive line coach at Coastal Carolina now. Just learning from him and learning his process, like learning the process of these coaches as well, is something that's going to serve you very well. He's a very organized guy. And so I learned a lot of my organization skills from him, and I got to see him model that every single day. And so I started picking up on, okay, I need to have a list for this. I need to have a checklist for that. I need to delegate things on a daily task and a weekly task, as well as maybe even a monthly task. So those were some of the ways that I was able to grow myself in this profession early on.
Yeah, I think early on you are taking a lot of notes. You're filling those notebooks up, trying to decipher through all those different things that you learn. And the opportunities are there, not just from whoever you might be working with, but like you said, across the whole coaching staff, really to be able to learn the game. It's more about you and how much curiosity you have and the time that you put into it.
Yeah, absolutely. And like going with that, it's not just about the position group that you're working with. Obviously, you want to be an expert there, but go learn the whole game of football. Go to the other side of the ball. Go sit down in defensive meetings, sit down with defensive coaches, especially for anybody that's coming in fresh. Learn special teams. Like, I'm a special teams coordinator here now, and I got a lot of that because I took the time to learn the special teams when I first got in. I had been a big special teams player when I was playing, so I had some foundation there. But the more knowledge that you can bring in, it's more value that you create for yourself.
Yeah, and that special teams role is a huge chance to add value to a staff the more you can learn about it, because you look at how most college football staffs are set up. Not a lot of guys have that dedicated special teams only guy. Even when there is the special teams coordinator designated, it's usually as a slash to something else. So being able to come in as a young guy and have that knowledge and experience, I think, is important and really helps you move up the ladder.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So looking at just some of the things you do, obviously this is about earning trust. You want more responsibility, you earn some trust. What have you done to earn trust in your role that's mostly behind the scenes?
Yeah, so just starting out, the way you build trust, show up early and stay late. And part of that is when I talk about staying late, there was a 4-day stint when I was at the University of New Mexico where I slept at the facility. I didn't go home for 4 days. I had an air mattress in the GA office, and we were going through a big playbook overhaul of just making sure that all the details, everything that was in our video server, matched up with our Visio server, matched up with the Google Drive that we shared out with the players. And so I was tasked with making sure that all of those pieces were coherent and fluid and were the same across all 3 platforms. And this was during camp too. So it was like you're going through a full camp day, and then you got this side project that needs to get done as well. And so for me, I was always don't leave until the work is done. And so the work wasn't done yet, so I didn't leave. And it was funny because I think Coach Wareheim actually woke me up one morning. It was like 5 a.m. and he was coming into the GA office. We had the better coffee set up. And so he opened the door and actually woke me up because I was still asleep on the air mattress. He was like, "You sleep here?" I was like, "Yeah." But that's just one thing. And then I would say helping others with their work. It goes a long way as well when it comes to building trust, especially within the QC unit, within the QCs, the GAs, your student assistants. It's one thing for you to get your job, like get your work done that's been designated to you, and then just dip out of the building and like go enjoy the rest of your day. But then somebody might be still at the building for 3 more hours because they've got a task that's more daunting, takes a little more time, or they're not as experienced or knowledgeable. So there's just that lag between. So helping out, helping everybody, just keeping the train moving forward, basically. That's one way to also build trust. And then being a great communicator, as well as having very high work quality. Because it's one thing for you want to be able to work quickly and efficiently. But if the quality's not there and you have to go redo a cut up 3 or 4 times, you're actually wasting everyone's time. And so not wasting people's time, being able to the first time, or for the most part, the first time, and maybe there's a little tweak that you need to make here or there after getting it checked by the position coach or the coordinator, whoever's asking you to do these tasks, just having really high work quality, being very efficient in the way you do your work, and being a great communicator with the people that you're doing work for, as well as who you're working with. That's going to help you build a lot of trust with people.
Coach, that's a lot of great advice here to be able to take that opportunity that you have in stepping into a QC role and certainly build for your future. I appreciate you taking the time, and best of luck to you guys this season.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. And go Hatters.
The quality control role might not be flashy, but it's one of the most important proving grounds in coaching. Coaches who maximize it don't just move up, they become ready. Make sure your work and resume are ready too. Sign up for your free 6-month trial at coach-portal.com, enter the code CC Podcast, and get visible to programs across the country.